where we are going to hopefully grant you with some sleep.
Not hopefully, we will.
Yeah.
We're going to, we know it.
So today we are going to be doing a lot of personal attention triggers, and we both help you get ready for bed.
So grab a cup of tea.
Yes.
Get in your pajamas.
Or hot water with lemon. That's my go-to.
There will be no hot water and lemon in this channel.
Why? But why?
Grab a stuffed animal. Dim the lights.
Get comfortable and get ready to be relaxed.
Put your laptop in a safe place that will not fall when you fall asleep, because the goal of this video is to make you fall asleep while watching this video.
I'm guilty. My laptop has fallen off my bed before because I fell asleep watching ASMR.
Okay, so when you complain about your laptop not working at high speeds and everything, it's probably because
it wasn't this laptop, it was my old one.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna get started. I've got this makeup remover, cleansing liquid, and I am going to just get you all ready to go for bed, get you all cleaned up.
Haley's gonna use it on me, and you are all gonna be blown away when you find out I don't even wear makeup for these videos. Just au natural.
So I'm just taking this cotton round and I'm just pressing it down to release the liquid, and I'm going to tap 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 tap. To get it off your face. Get it off your eyes, off your nose. And just get it right. Get it right.
Do me again, that was nice.
Pardon.
One.
I'm just gonna get the other cotton ball.
Now my goal is to not fall asleep in the middle of this video. It's a cool design.
Isn't it just?
Oh. Yeah, that actually feels so nice.
Time for bed. Get it right off your eyes. Just like that. We got some hairs on the microphone. There we go.
You know, the other night I gave Haley these light little tickles with a feather for like 45 minutes straight, and I was wondering how I was gonna get paid back, and I'm thinking of face massages in my near future.
This was the feather
That
in
thing has
question.
gotten disheveled.
Yeah. It's so relaxing on your face. Yes, please. You can get me ready for bed.
Watch your body twitch. That's what you gotta look for. That's when you know it's in it, right? Yeah, there it is. There it is. There it is.
So relaxed. Time for you. Time for you to enjoy the feather tickles. Feather tickles. It's so relaxing.
Do I know you or do I know you?
You know me. Oh my gosh.
The fact that this is a job right now.
So relaxing. I'll do a couple more on them.
Okay.
Because you deserve all the relaxing feather tickles. Grant also has to make us dinner tonight. You promise?
Oh no, I forgot about that.
Yeah. Okay. Watch out.
Smells like childhood wonder. Just fogged on the screen. How would you describe that smell?
It's very fresh.
I think it has orange in it. I think last time I was dealing with this.
Water. Lavender oil. Ylang ylang, citrus. Yeah, orange. Vanilla. So it says with eyes and mouth closed, mist above head, and inhale deeply through the nose. Calms and creates a sense of well-being. Shake well before each use. I'm gonna just spray this one more time for you.
Oh yes.
Not for you.
Well, I want to. Can I like sit up next to them?
Sure. So I want you, yes, you right there. I want you to close your eyes, close your mouth. I'm gonna spray this above your head, just right up here. And I just want you to take in a nice deep breath. We're gonna do 3 deep breaths, okay? Ready? 1 spray. 2 spray. 3 spray. And ready? One more.
Nice.
Let all the stress of today out with your breath, okay? That was really good. Great work, great breathing. You know, we forget to breathe sometimes, and it's honestly amazing when you're stressed or you're trying to unwind. When you just take a breath and you actually stop to like ground yourself and just take a few deep breaths. It works wonders. We've got a candle burning back here. We have a candle burning back here too. Just for you. You're welcome. So now, let's put some oil on your face. This is rosehip, certified organic rosehip oil. And it has a little, oh, that sound was kind of nice. A little bit of the product is kind of like sticking to the lid. It's got kind of like, do you hear that?
Yeah.
Kind of a nice little crinkly.
I can never really get that when I try and do like house. Here we go. Dorothy felt as though she was living her life in black and white. When she stood in the doorway of her little wooden house where she lived with her Aunt Em and Uncle Henry and the little dog Toto, she could see nothing but the great gray prairie stretching to the sky in every direction. There were no trees or other houses, just flat land and scorched grass. Dorothy longed for adventure. She felt like the color was draining out of her too. But today would be different. As Dorothy stood in the doorway, she could see something in the gray sky. The wind started howling, and whatever it was started coming closer. "It's a cyclone," shouted Uncle Henry, opening the trap door in the kitchen floor. "I've always thought it was a tornado." Dorothy stood still for a second, staring as the whirlwind spanned across the prairie, ripping up shrubs and flattening the grass. "Quick," called Aunt Em. But instead of climbing through the trap door, Dorothy ran across the room and scooped up Toto, safe into her arms. She crawled to the window and she looked out. She could no longer see the prairie. The house was spinning high up in the sky, into the clouds. Dorothy crawled to the trap door, but it opened into gray clouds. Aunt Em and Uncle Henry were still in the cellar, back on the ground below. Dorothy closed her eyes and hugged Toto tight as the wind whisked the house around and around. And then, like a merry-go-round, the spinning started to slow down, and soon the house landed with a thud. Dorothy opened her eyes. Bright sunshine was flooding through the windows. The sunshine in Kansas was usually white, but this was a warm, buttery yellow. She sprang to her feet and looked outside. The fat yellow sun was shining in the brilliant blue sky, above emerald green grass and fruit trees heavy with apples and pears. She hugged Toto even tighter and whispered, "I don't think we're in Kansas anymore." Toto barked and jumped down from Dorothy's arms, his tail wagging. He had noticed a group of small, old-looking people walking toward the house, waving and smiling. "Welcome to the land of the Munchkins," they said, each shaking Dorothy's hand. "Thank you," Dorothy said. "It is beautiful here, but tell me, do you know how to get to Kansas?" The Munchkins looked at each other. "We've never heard of Kansas," said the oldest-looking Munchkin. "But there is someone you could ask," he said. "The Wizard of Oz. He lives in the Emerald City at the end of the yellow brick road." He handed a pair of sparkling gold shoes and said, "Wear these for the journey. They used to belong to the Wicked Witch of the East." "Maybe." "They used to belong to the Wicked Witch of the East. Maybe they will bring you luck." I always thought they were red shoes, not golden shoes. Interesting. So Dorothy put on her sparkling shoes and set off along the yellow brick road. Dorothy's gold shoes tinkled on the yellow bricks as she and Toto walked through the fields of corn. She noticed a scarecrow standing in one of the cornfields. He was nothing like the scarecrow she had seen in Kansas. For one thing, he was waving at her. "Hello," Dorothy said to the scarecrow. "Hello," he said back. Usually Dorothy would have been scared by talking to a scarecrow, but everything in this colorful world was upside down and back to front. And the scarecrow had such a friendly smile that she was not afraid. "Is this the way to the Emerald City?" she asked. "I do not know," said the scarecrow, his mouth drooping. "I do not know anything. I am stuffed full of straw, so I do not have a brain." Dorothy felt sorry for the scarecrow. "Come with me," she said. "Maybe the Wizard of Oz could give you a brain." "That would be great," said the scarecrow.
Maybe he'll give you a brain.
Yo, Dorothy's my girl. Relax.
Here's your brain.
He shuffled out of the field and onto the yellow brick road. They walked onward together, but before long, Dorothy and Toto stopped to have a drink. Scarecrow waited for them by the stream. "There's some good things about being made of straw," he told them. "I never get hungry or thirsty." But then he stopped speaking, because something was groaning in the forest behind him. The noise was coming from a man made entirely of tin, who was standing still and stiff in the middle of a clearing. "Help," said the Tin Man. "I am so rusty, I cannot move. Would you grab that can of oil over there and pour it on my knee?" "Of course," Dorothy said. She picked up the can and poured oil on the Tin Man's joints. "We are on our way to see the Wizard of Oz," she told him. "He is going to give the Scarecrow a brain and is going to help me get home to Kansas." The Tin Man looked up at her. "Can I come with you? Maybe he can give me a heart." "I am sure the Wizard of Oz can help," said Dorothy. The Tin Man waddled out of the forest onto the yellow brick road, and they set off together toward the Emerald City. The forest grew thicker and darker, and Dorothy hugged herself against the cold. They could not hear birds singing anymore, but they were surrounded by the howls and growls of wild animals. Toto howled too. There was a terrible roar, and a huge golden lion bounded into the road. Toto ran toward the lion, barking and snapping. The lion opened his mouth to bite him, but just in time, Toto jumped up and nipped the lion on the nose. The lion sat down and rubbed his nose. "Ow," he said. "That hurt." "Serves you right," said Dorothy, hands on her hips. "You should be ashamed of yourself, a big beast like you trying to bite a small dog like Toto. You are nothing but a coward." "You are right," wailed the lion. "I am a coward. I am afraid of everything." He slumped onto the ground, his head in his paws. Dorothy bent down and stroked the lion's fur. "Come with us to the Emerald City," she said. "Maybe the Wizard of Oz can make you brave." The new friends followed the yellow brick road along a winding river, through fields of bright red poppies, until they saw a green glow on the horizon. "That must be the Emerald City," said Dorothy. The glow grew brighter and greener until they could make out glittering towers and large green gates, studded with emeralds. A gatekeeper with green clothes, green eyes, and green skin came out to meet them. "We have come to meet the Wizard of Oz," Dorothy told him. The gatekeeper handed each of them a pair of green glasses. "Wear these," he told them. "The Emerald City is so bright it could hurt your eyes." Even while wearing the glasses, Dorothy had to narrow her eyes against the glare of the glittering green palace. The gatekeeper led them into the throne room. It was empty. "Where is the wizard?" Dorothy whispered. "I am the great and powerful Oz," boomed a voice. Dorothy looked around. She could not see anyone. "I am Dorothy, the small and meek," said Dorothy to the empty throne. "Please send me back to Kansas. And please give me a brain," said the Scarecrow. "Please, could I have a heart?" said the Tin Man. "Please make me brave," whispered the lion. "If I use my magical power to help you, you must do something for me in return," boomed the voice. "You must kill the Wicked Witch of the West." Dorothy gasped. "We can't do that." "You must," said the wizard, "or you will never see Kansas again." The next morning, Dorothy and her friends set out for the land of the Wicked Witch of the West. The ground grew rougher and hillier, and soon they saw the Wicked Witch's castle, as white as bone, shaped like a pointed witch's hat. As they walked up the rocky road toward the castle, a huge flock of crows flew toward them, turning the whole sky black. "Get down!" called the Scarecrow. "You're a scarecrow. Scare them. What are you doing?" "Get down!" called the Scarecrow. "I know what to do." Dorothy, Toto, the Tin Man, and the lion lay flat on the ground as the Scarecrow whirled around, beating the crows away. Wait, beating them? He's not scaring them.
You might be scaring them by beating them.
You might be beating them by scaring them. Next, a vicious pack of wolves came snarling and snapping down the road toward them. "Get back," called the Tin Man. "They cannot hurt me. I am made of metal." "But then the crows couldn't hurt you either. Why didn't you just take care of the crows?" He swung his axe in the air, and the wolves backed away, their tails between their legs. Then they heard a rushing of wings, and a crowd of winged monkeys flew down from the castle, laughing, and grabbed Dorothy and her friends. "Do not panic," she called to the lion, who was whimpering with terror as the monkeys lifted them into the air. But Dorothy was starting to panic herself, because the monkeys were carrying them right to the witch's castle. The Wicked Witch of the West clapped her hands and cackled with glee when she saw them. "You are my servants now," she cried. "Go to the kitchen and mop the floors." "I do not think we will be able to kill her," whispered the Tin Man as the winged monkeys marched them to the kitchen. "Nor do I," said Dorothy, "and I do not know if we will ever escape." Dorothy grabbed a bucket of water and got to work, but then she noticed the witch creeping up behind her. Before she could do anything, the witch snatched one of her shoes. "Give it back," Dorothy shouted. "No," said the witch. Dorothy was so furious that she picked up her bucket and sloshed water over the witch's head. All at once, the witch started to shrivel and shrink like sugar dissolving in water, until she was nothing but a puddle on the floor. Dorothy mopped her up. "You have killed her," whispered the lion, cowering behind the kitchen table. "I didn't mean to," said Dorothy, but no one was sorry she was dead. Well, right. Even the winged monkeys were delighted. The witch had treated them cruelly. "What can we do to repay you?" they asked. "Could you take us back to see the Wizard of Oz?" she said. Soon, Dorothy and her friends were back in the wizard's glittering throne room. "I am Oz, the great and terrible," boomed the voice. "Why do you seek me?" "We have killed the Wicked Witch of the West," Dorothy said, "and now I would like to go home to Kansas." "You will have to come back tomorrow," said the voice. "I was not expecting you to kill the witch so quickly." Dorothy frowned. It sounded like the voice was coming from behind the big, empty throne. She walked around it, and cowering behind one of the throne legs was a little old man with glasses and a big, bushy beard. "Please do not hurt me," he said. "I thought you were Oz, the great and powerful," Dorothy exclaimed. "I am not. I am just an ordinary man, but I can still give you the things I promised." He walked out from behind the throne and handed the Scarecrow a pin. "This will make you sharp," he said. "I feel smarter already," said the Scarecrow. Next, the wizard gave the Tin Man a heart-shaped cushion. "I love it," said the Tin Man, fixing the cushion to his chest. Then the wizard emptied a bottle into a bowl and handed it to the lion. "Drink this," he said. "It will make you brave." "Will it?" Dorothy whispered to the wizard. "If it will work, it will work if he believes it will." The wizard whispered back, "Bravery is all in the mind, but it will take more than imagination to get you home to Kansas." Dorothy did not know what to say. She felt as though her heart was breaking. But the wizard was smiling at her. "Do not worry," he said. "You have had the power to get home all along. Your gold shoes can take you there. All you need to do is knock your heels together 3 times and tell them where you want to go." Dorothy clapped her hands. "Thank you." She hugged the smart Scarecrow, the loving Tin Man, and the brave lion, and she scooped Toto into her arms. "Take me home to Kansas," she whispered, clacking her gold shoes together. 1, 2, 3. The wind whisked Dorothy around and around into the air. Then, like a merry-go-round, the spinning started to slow down, and she landed with a thud. She opened her eyes and looked around. She was sitting on the great Kansas prairie, in front of a brand-new farmhouse. She could see Uncle Henry milking the cows and Aunt Em watering the cabbages. Toto ran toward the house, barking with joy. "Dorothy!" Aunt Em cried, standing up. "Where in the world have you been?" Uncle Henry asked. "It's a long story," Dorothy said, hugging them both. "But oh, I am so glad to be home."
So I hope you enjoyed that story. I haven't heard that version before, but I do love The Wizard of Oz. If you're not asleep yet, it's time for your face mask. This is by the brand Philosophy, and it is the Purity Face Mask. So it's a pore extractor. So it'll get your face feeling like you're about to go to the beach. So, it is officially time for you to go to bed. You've had all your beauty treatments, you've got your bedtime story. Grant is about to head outside into the sun and not get burned on his nose. So we wish you a very wonderful night. We hope that sleep was granted.